in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Study every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I've chased the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I've paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. iRacing glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Burning and pixels collide. Steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Lead foot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires scream, the sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Leadfoot TV. Engines in the dark, waiting to scream. Steel and thunder, born from a dream. Shadows the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken on the blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. LFRTV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. Nothing ready for this, pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On the foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire is the throttle we trust. Doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every life's a war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roared. Hawaii drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On the foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire is the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts bound, hear the countdown scream. You're trapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On the foot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive.
Screens lit up, the grid's alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I'll throw them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Sire scream, my setup's tight. I bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Study every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I'll chase the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of the server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. iRacing glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Screens are burning and pixels collide. Steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Leadfoot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires screaming, sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires screaming, sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Leadfoot TV. Engines in the dark, waiting to scream. Steel and thunder, born from a dream. Shadows tremble, the silence breaks. Power awakens, the ground will shake. Leadfoot TV, feel the
Yes, Panthers Nation rejoice for the first time, and it seems like 10 years you have a winning season ahead of you, right? So on the winning track, and every time I hear that growl, I think of the Carolina Panthers as they beat the Jets today. And we welcome you to the virtual paperclip. That is the short track. That is the Martinsville Speedway, and it is the site tonight for the Old Dominion 125. Practice is done. Qualifying is done. It is race time as we rock and roll with the continuation of season number 4 of the Eastern Technical Designs Leadfoot Racing League iRacing Tour. Exclusively broadcast coverage simulcast on Leadfoot TV, LSRTV, your home for sim racing, and the Community Radio Network. I am Wesley Outland. We have a trio of announcers in the booth tonight, including from 4Wide TV, Mr. Charles Oberg, and my buddy that always says it's time to dig, Chris Golden. Chris, I think the H is before the R. There it is. Let's see. He's trying to make me look. I didn't catch that. Charles, Chris, good evening to you guys. What are we going to see here at Martinsville? Chris, you go first, buddy.
Man, Martinsville is one of my favorite tracks, strictly for the fact that it is old school short track racing. It is the epitome of hitting your marks every single lap, and if you make a mistake, you are definitely going to pay for it at this place. So it really epitomizes what it means to be a short track racer. Charles, what are you going to see tonight?
Yes, sir.
You know, can't agree with Chris more. I mean, you're going to see guys taking a little bit different line, guys that are really close to the bottom line, guys that are really close, want to stay on the top line, save tires a little bit. This is short track racing at its best. And don't forget, these brake zones come up really quick on this long straightaway.
Can anybody stop the momentum that continues to be for Justin Brooks? Only Shane Hodges did it a couple of weeks ago at the Bull Ring at Vegas. Let's give you your starting lineup here. At the end, another Wild Ops Pole Award for the driver, the 33 from South Carolina, Justin Brooks. He'll limit the green flag, the number 8 of Cameron Chandler on the front row. Last year's champion in 45, Hayden Neese, and Shane Hodges right there on row number 2. Jason Woodham, Bryce Nelson on row number 3, Cole Wilson of the 93, and Stephen Luttrell in 36 on row number 4. Joe Farlow, Landon Farmer make up the top 10. Real quickly, they're coming to green. Our friend of the North from Canada, Travis Lapanis right there, will start shotgun on the field, as well as Landon Brown in the 5, Lenny Brown in the 83, and yes, Justin Brooks has been told to go to the tail, as it now puts Chandler and Hodges on the front row to the paperclip. Lucky Duck Motorsports, green flag, we're underway at Martinsville. Short track racing at its finest here at the paperclip in turn 2, Chris. Oh, trouble. Well, the 93 involved. Cole Wilson around. And as quickly as we go green, we go under caution.
Man, that's what we were talking about before this thing started. It's all about the braking zones. And if you don't get that bottom line through this corner, it's almost impossible to carry any momentum up top of this place. Like we said, 100% short track racing. And that's what we saw right there. One mistake, wads up 2 to 3 cars.
Man, I'll tell you what, Oberg, watch this one more time. And looks like maybe a little aggressiveness there between, was it the Landon Brown car just checking up? But I don't want to say it's Landon Brown. It looked like the 24. Joe Farlow might have got to the bumper of the 93. 93's holding his line, but he's way on the inside. And around goes the car. Brown's just checking up to avoid.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be an accordion effect on such a short track coming into a corner after a long straightaway. So we're going to have to watch that the whole race. These guys are going to have to slow it down a little bit more, because that accordion effect is definitely going to happen at this track.
Yeah, caution out here in the early going. We're just getting started. If you're listening on the radio, we need to pause for station identification.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Only 3 rounds remain before the championship will be decided. Tonight we are at the Martinsville Speedway. Charles Oberg, Mr. Chris Golden, I'm Wesley Outland, and yes, Mr. Tracy Brown. I didn't want you to feel left out, buddy. Tracy Brown punching the buttons on our production. Welcome back as we have an early caution to slow things down here at the Martinsville Speedway. This track a half mile, and for the most part, Chris, it is a flat racetrack. But one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is it is part pavement, part concrete. How does that change the racing tires on the virtual half mile here tonight for these late models?
Oh, man, through these corners is going to be pretty crazy. You get a lot of things you hear a lot of times in NASCAR on the televised races, what we call wheel hop. You have the same thing here in iRacing. When you get on the brakes a little too hard, you start skipping those front wheels, especially onto that transition from asphalt to concrete. Obviously, different textures. Same thing on the throttle coming out. You get a lot of wheel spin on the concrete and then start to grab on the asphalt. But we'll see. We might be able to see some of that right here under green.
Be able to make their way back to the CRN Motorsports restart zone. Here they come back down to the line. Lucky Ducks Motorsports. Green flag will wave. We're back under racing here. And I guess the smart thing to say, Charles Oberg, is try to get yourself to 213 somewhere. Stage number 1. Pace yourself. Don't be aggressive and try to get this thing out of here done quickly.
Yeah, like you said, pace yourself. Let this track rubber up and get some grip. And the like Chris said, those concrete areas are very slick at first. So let the track rubber up a little bit. You might have a little more grip on that inside line. But get a rhythm, guys. It's a long race.
Up on the high side, here comes the 15, Shane Hodges. He'll go to the top side of the racetrack. All this goes on with Hayden Neese on the bottom, defending champion of last season. Working on the inside. There goes that Nelson at number 31. Beautiful looking race car. That's Bryce Nelson. They're side by side, Golden, as that's a great battle. And you know what? It ain't got the Hardee's colors on it. It's GXS wraps, and I know those guys very well in the racing world of real life. But I'll tell you, that car could pass for Days of Thunder and Russ Wheeler's Hardee's colors as well.
It sure does, man. And thankfully, he's a lot better driver than Russ Wilson, though.
you mean Russ Wheeler?
Yes, Russ Wheeler. Good Lord.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to know better.
Russ did win Wilkesboro, though. I mean, you know.
Well,
He got
yeah,
crashed
that's
out
true.
by Cold Trickle and said, change my tires, but he did. Yeah. Beautiful looking race car.
Cheated his way to the win on that one.
By the way, Shane Hodges with the win earlier this year. The only driver with the win besides Mr. number 33 of Justin Brooks. And by the way, there he is right now, the man out of South Carolina. You want to talk about dominance, Charles? It is the driver of Mr. Justin Brooks. Put this guy in the rear. He'll make him go through a 28-car field. I think somehow, some way, he will dissect them like you dissect frogs in science class. He'll figure it out and get to the field. And didn't mean to gross anybody out for Halloween, but that's exactly what this 33 does to the pack, it seems like, every week.
No, you're absolutely right, man. Halloween's coming, and Justin Brooks is scary, real scary. He just, no matter where you put him, he just seems to find his rhythm and methodically just picks one car after the other off. He just knows exactly how to set the guy up in front of him and does a wonderful job out of him. The only way that these guys can beat him is if they set up a roadblock. That's the only way you're going to set this guy up for failure, because he's coming.
Ready to make that move down on the inside is, well, back straight away. Chandler in the lead, the Monster Energy colors of that number 8 car. There goes Nisa on the inside. Nelson will follow. Hodges, as well as Brooks. There's Brooks there. Watch that 33. And just picking off cars one by one. Luttrell, the next one in the mix. Remember, lap number 40, stage number 1, presented by the fine folks at 213 Simware. And Mr. Golden, there it is, your race details. And one set of tire, one fast repair. I don't like that they get fast repairs. That's just me. Right? You're supposed to be the best of the best in the iRacing late model world. I don't think you get a fast repair, but there is that mulligan there in case you do need to use it. And if we have to, one attempt at a green-white checker tonight. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. I had the opportunity to race with these guys last week at IRP, and I'll tell you what, we were talking about Justin Brooks there. Man, the one word that reminds me of how Justin drives these tracks is adaptability. There's a lot of guys out there, they're fast when they're out front, and there are some guys who are fast when they have somebody they can follow. Justin is able to not just run a fast line on his own, but he's able to change his line based on how people are around him. You'll never see him get in the brakes too hard and rear end somebody. He's really, really good at making his line adaptable to what everybody else is doing and still be fast. So it's really good to see somebody who's clean and fast out there and have that ability. Because there's a lot of guys, we'll be honest, there's a few guys in this league that they're really fast, but they don't have that ability to anticipate what's going on ahead of them with the other guys' lines and race those other guys' lines.
Talk about that oomph, right? That oomph that you need to obviously show your talents. And we're seeing that out of Justin Brooks, just methodically, one by one, picking off these cars. Oberg, and of course, down the front straightaway, they come back to the start finish. And just look at the way he's one by one. Get in line. I know they're nose to tail, but look at how fast the 33's already caught the front runners. There's a 4 or 5 car battle for the lead going to 3.
Yeah, this is a clinic right here, and he's absolutely doing an amazing job with his car, his line, his patience. Like Chris has said, that's what short track racing is all about. Is patience. You see guys starting to dive under each other, starting to take radical lines to the corner. That's when it gets sketchy. Brooks has really got it figured out.
Good solid run as they work back down the back straightaway. Chandler in the Munster Energy colors. Still in front. Aiden Neese back to second, down to the inside. Here comes Brooks now up to third. And that number 33 sideways there for a moment as it looked like he might have got a push from the 31 at Elson. What a great save there by the man, the points leader there, Golden, as they go to the back straightaway. Man, that could have been crazy for the 33, but again, that just shows you how good of a driver he was to quickly make an evasive move to avoid that.
Oh, yeah, 100%, man. I mean, heck, like I said, we were racing together last week. Somehow lucked myself into being front row in a restart, and he and I were door to door for a couple laps, and it was something pretty crazy because I was actually proud to be able to hang with him for 2 laps, and that doesn't happen to me very often. So it was a pretty cool little deal there, and it really shows how clean he is and how precise he is, which really pays a testament there to the talent of being able to save that car right there.
Chandler, Brooks, Neese, Nelson, Hodges, top 5. We're heading to about 15 laps remaining until the 213 Simware stage break. That's coming up around the corner here tonight at the Old Dominion 125. By the way, big thanks again to 213 Simware, where virtual racing meets real-world style. Pick your favorite LFRL merchandise and apparel. Represent the LFRL with your favorite drivers as well. Visit the team store at 213simware.com. Down the back straightaway as we watch now the battle between Nelson and 31. That's the blue and green white car. Up on the top, the green and black 45 defending champion, Aiden Neese and us. Well, I'll tell you what, whoa, look at them, side by side. Oberg, they're going at it, boy.
Yeah, this is a great race as 45 gets into the wall a little bit there, but still hangs on to it. And, side-by-side racing here is it's going to let these guys in front of them kind of get away. But, we got more contact. This is getting out of control here. These guys are pushing it. They want all of this track.
A Golden will use the equivalent of Halloween, and there's contact. Look at Hodges pushed out of line. Look like he's the weakest link fighting for the last piece of candy in the Halloween bucket for trick-or-treating on the front porch.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was something right there. I couldn't quite tell if Neese was just getting fed up with all 3 of those guys or if he just bounced her off the wall there one more time, but I can tell you 100%, his driver's side door definitely left an imprint on the passenger side door of that 15 car.
Yeah, we keep going back to that Halloween reference, but when the people left a bowl of candy out in front their house, these guys look like they're all trying to get to that bowl of candy first.
Yes, sir. They'll try to go at it again. A couple of orange cars, just part of the punt. It works out perfectly. Down on the inside, Hodges, Luttrell. All this happening now with another lap. Justin Brooks now back again. By the way, did I forget that? Amongst all of this craziness, chaos, mayhem, Brooks is in the lead from the rear, trying to win the stage.
Man, I tell you what, that's pretty crazy right there. I will say one thing. From a driver perspective, as well as a team owner perspective, Justin Brooks, and this is not a bad thing. I want to preface this is not a bad thing at all. But he is one of the most boring race car drivers to watch. And from a driver and from a driver and team owner perspective, that's what you want because that is precision.
Chris is absolutely right.
Quote, this guy's boring.
And he's absolutely right because you're not watching anything different with him. You're watching him hit the same breakpoints, the same marks. Lap after lap after lap. He's right there on that inside line. Maybe a little bit off, maybe, a tire width off that inside line. Just constantly. There's no difference between one lap to the other. It's absolutely a clinic.
Oh, it's like watching the NBA in the 70s versus the NBA now. It's all fundamentals versus flash, and fundamentals is going to win every time. But Brooks is definitely our fundamentals guy in this series.
And we are approaching the end of that first stage. As again, Wild Ops fast qualifier. Justin Brooks was told to go to the rear, start at the rear. He started at the green at the rear. You saw that. He has ran them down, and he's closing in on a couple of laps remaining for the Wild Ops fast qualifier, the dominator of Season 4 in the LFRL, to lock up another 2:13 SimWare stage break as we watch him hit the back straightaway. Cameron Chandler back about 0.7 of a second. 2.5 seconds is Bryce Nelson. He's working the final lap here. Osberg, final time going around the racetrack of that number 33 machine.
Yeah, he's put down the fastest lap of the race so far, and I think his fall off has been the least of anybody out there. You know, his fastest lap is a 19.8, and he's only fallen back last lap to a 20.1. So that's just insane. Everybody else is pretty much 0.3 seconds off of him.
And caution flag is out as Justin Brooks has locked up yet another stage. First caution was for an accident on the start on the back straightaway with Wilson, and obviously now we have a yellow flag for the second time for Justin Brooks winning the stage. We're going to take a break. When we come back from Martinsville, where we rack them, restack them, stage 2 of the Old Dominion 125 coming up next here at Martinsville. Stay with us. Eastern Technical Design Incorporated provides design and drafting services for commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Services include architectural renderings, preliminary plan design, as well as final construction drawings. These drawings include all the necessary structural, building, plumbing, and mechanical electrical plans as required to produce and deliver a finished building and/or structure. This company is proudly owned by LFRL's Tracy Brown. Eastern Technical Design. Contact them today at 252-245-1599 or email them at easterntechnicaldesign@gmail.com. Commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Eastern Technical Design is the perfect plan for your building needs. Blue Line Soft Wash is a veteran-owned and operated company dedicated to bringing integrity and precision to exterior cleaning. Founded by a retired law enforcement officer, and we proudly back the men in blue. Blue Line Soft Wash upholds the values of service, commitment, and attention to detail in every job. Trust Blue Line Soft Wash to protect and enhance your property with the same dedication they once gave to protecting our community. Protect and serve. Protect your car with Blue Line Soft Wash today. Tar River Environmental, located in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, is a premier provider of professional logging and land clearing services, proudly serving communities across the Tar Heel state of North Carolina. Their services are vital for large-scale land development and forestry operations. By prioritizing responsible land management, Tar River Environmental helps clients achieve their land use goals while maintaining ecological integrity. Find more details on Tar River Environmental, located in Rocky Mount, on Google today. Back here at Martinsville, as we have completed 213 SimWare stage number 1, Charles Oberg, Mr. Chris Golden. I'm Wesley Outland, and we got Look out, Chandler! Nelson almost door slammed him and pushed him up the track. He
What a
saved
save.
the car. We stay green, guys. I can't believe it. Oh, my goodness. Did somebody get into the 31, which caused the 31 get into the 8? Chris, you're a driver. What do you think happened there?
Dude, man, I've been watching the lap since. I wish I had a clue, but I got nothing. All I can see, Nice is all over the rear bumper of Luttrell. And the only thing I might be able to figure is a little bit of an accordion effect with those three. But, man, I don't know what the heck happened there.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm gonna chime in here and say maybe a tire spin, maybe a misshift. Something wasn't right on that restart, and it just caused a big mess up. But you know, props to these guys, to all of them getting it together, continuing, pointing it straight. They're racing. They're back to racing.
All this going on down the back straightaway as we now see Justin Brooks put 75 laps to go this time by when they work off of turn number 4. Justin Brooks in the lead, Nelson second, Luttrell third. And that, by the way, got to give props to the 31 because him and Chandler could have gotten a big crash, and they held it together, stayed single file. Now look at Stephen Luttrell, 36 down to the inside. Been a while since we've talked to him as a winner in the LFRL. He's on the inside of the 31. This is for P2 down the back straightaway, Golden.
It definitely, he was sitting there patiently waiting for the 31 to slip up just a little. And as soon as he did, he really pounced on it. And looking back through the field here, I got a buddy that's made it into the top. Oh, 31 around. Good
Wow.
Lord, inside wall.
Upside down.
Upside down. Bryce Nelson upside down on his roof in the wrong direction. Caution out in turn number 3 and 4. Oh, wow. You just caught the
Unfortunately, you
glimpse
take
of
it
it there.
too.
Watch this again. Was this Luttrell and Wilson fighting for it? There's about a lap ahead. Set it up for us, Mr. Driver Analyst Chris Golden.
Yeah, for sure. So we're looking here. Oh, he come down on Nice.
Oh, it's 1 and 2.
Yeah, he was trying to squeeze in behind Luttrell, it looks like. I'm trying to see here. We're going to look in this replay if Nice came up or if the 31 came down. Great angle right there, Tracy. That's going to be a great one. We can really see here from the back of Nice. Oh, a little bit of both, man. Nice tried to get away there at the last minute, but I think the 31 might have just come down. That's a close one to call, but there was definitely a hook there, but I don't think it was intentional.
I'm going to say this. I find Nelson at fault because he tried to drop in front of the front valve and in the front rear of Luttrell and Nice. Look at this. Nice isn't going nowhere. He's not backing off. And then all of a sudden, Farmer puts him on his roof.
Yeah, for sure. After we went back and looked at Nelson's view there from the rear chase of Nelson, you can really see that it was one of those deals where it was an aggressive move, and that's one of those things about not really knowing about who you're racing around. Because, for example, if that would have been me in Luttrell's position, I would have lifted to not risk it. But Luttrell is a little more aggressive than me, and honestly a little bit better iRacer than me. And he said, nope, this is my spot, and I'm not letting you down here. Or I'm sorry, Nice, rather. Not Luttrell. Nice said, I'm not letting you down here. This is my spot, and I'm not going to lift for you. So you have to be aware of who you're going to chop and who you're not going to. And I guess he wasn't aware right there.
Another caution. Another yellow flag, ladies and gentlemen. It is presented by Blue Line Soft Wash. Blue Line Soft Wash is a veteran-owned and operated company in Spring Hope, North Carolina, dedicated to bringing integrity and precision to exterior cleaning. Founded by a retired law enforcement officer, Blue Line Soft Wash upholds the values of service, commitment, and attention to detail in every job standards. Trust Blue Line Soft Wash to protect and enhance your property with the same dedication they once gave to protecting our community. Contact them today, 252-885-2925. That again is Blue Line Soft Wash. field to make their way back inside the CRN restart zone. More details at wearecrn.com, 87.9 FM in your Smithfield, Selma, Clayton radio area. Green flag and almost stack them up like dominoes on the restart. Brooks with a great launch again. Oberg pulls away from him in green.
That is absolutely insane run he gets off the restart. But Luttrell, don't sleep on Luttrell. He's gonna dig for it. The 45 of Nice. He's not gonna give it up easily. But this is absolutely a clinic these guys are putting on out front. What do you guys think?
I mean, watching Brooks pull away. Now Ada Nice, Stephen Luttrell. Watch all this going on. There's Hodges on the inside. That's the orange and blue car, the orange and black car. Luttrell, the 15 and 36. Right up under Nice on the inside. Here comes now the 93. How about Cole Wilson, Mr. Golden, after a problem early caution? He's rallied his way. The man out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, might had to move Luttrell out of the way. Put him down to the number 4 or 5 spot on the racetrack. Wow.
Man, Wilson really decided he was taking that spot right there. A little bit of wiggle on the bottom, almost like he might have, little wall contact there from Nice, but almost looked like the 93 got on that little interior bumper there, just a hair, and shot him up the racetrack. But check this out, something I'm kind of excited about. I was going to talk about here on the restart. My buddy in the 16 car from almost dead last. He usually hangs around the back, but he's up here top 10 right now. He has wiggled and flopped his way all the way up to 9th, and that's our Canadian buddy, Lepenis.
Our favorite fruit of the North. And glad to hear from Tracy Brown. He's a working mic. He's playing Ghost Man, Ghost Producer.
I do want to get this.
We can hear him. Y'all can't.
I'm broadcasting that. I just want everybody to know Travis Lepenis, he surpassed Steve Wallace this year. Now he is my favorite Canadian. So just want to get that on the record.
I mean, when you pass Stephen Wallace, I mean, that's.
Oh, that's Steve Wallace, by the way.
Steve Wallace.
Not Stephen. Yeah, Stephen, I'm not sure if he's a Canadian or not. Steve Wallace is.
No, I'm about to say, Steve Wallace is. Yeah.
You'll find him on YouTube, by the way. Travis is my favorite guy. Okay, back to you guys.
Thank you. And that was a segment of Casper, the friendly producer. Justin Brooks is still continuing to lead the race, everybody. He is dominating in car number 33. There he is. Hodges at Nice right there, single file back in second and third. Chandler, Luttrell, and Wilson, top 5. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Golden, we just got the cross flags about 3 laps ago. We're halfway here in the Old Dominion 125.
Sure enough, man. I'm sitting there watching Justin Brooks, and I have to laugh at myself because I'm watching the lap times, and he's playing yo-yo with these guys in second. He'll let them get up there about 2 to 3 tenths behind him, and then he'll open the lead back up to 5 or 6 tenths. If you guys watch that interval right there, it's every couple laps he's yo-yo in second place to try to conserve. And so he's constantly, even in the lead, thinking ahead. And hopefully it doesn't bite him with Hodges here. It definitely got him a couple weeks ago. We had probably our best finish of the year, with a 1-2 finish there. And that restart really got him. But he's just yo-yoing these guys right now. He'll pull away any second now.
Heading towards 56 to go. Justin Brooks continuing the domination of this race. And I'll tell you what, Oberg, here comes now the 31, Bryce Nelson, already multiple laps down. He's about to be overtaken by the leaders. At one time, he was a front runner.
Yeah, I don't know what really happened to him there, but he kind of fell off. But to add to what Chris was saying, I think Brooks still is smart enough to kind of save tires. This track destroys tires, so he's smart enough to know, even him coming up through the field and being as good as he is, he has to save to the end. This track really does destroy every tire you have.
Looking back at the 31 and Nelson, 4 laps down, makes me wonder if he had a little bit of damage before our race break and forgot to uncheck that fast repair. So I'm willing to bet he didn't have a fast repair because he came out of the pits 4 laps down.
Oh, good point. Good point. I didn't notice that. And checking his last pit stop, it does look like he had an extended pit stop on the last lap. So if he used that fast repair, that last pit stop would have been a lot quicker.
There is the look at driver stats on every driver as we take you through the field. You see every car, everybody. There it is. And it will tell you if they use the fast repair.
He did. Well, why did he
He
stay?
did.
He was
Yeah.
in the pits for a little while there. I don't know. Maybe
I
he had
mean-
to get a drink.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's-
you're
that
upside
was-
down.
yep.
And he's
Yep,
the one that's
that's what it
upside
was.
down, guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, where you been?
Yep.
Come on, Bert.
That'll do
He was
it.
the one that got
Yeah,
upside down. He was the one that flipped. He was the one that tried to make that dart move. He zigged when he should have zagged, and the other guy wasn't going to take it.
That's right, Osberg.
Yep.
Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch him from here on out because he went upside down and turned my broadcasting thing out all upside down.
By the way, I need to give him a round of applause. Where are you? Oh, wait a minute. That's not it. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, everybody, Oberg was there to save the day last week, and because Tracy's Brown was a POS, and if you don't know what a POS is, abbreviate it. Look it up. Use that GPT chat if you have that. And I had another commitment I'd already committed to like a month in advance, and Oberg was thrown to the wolves, if you will. Now you work with, is it 4Wide Motorsports? I think it is.
Yeah, so I do Ford Wide Motorsports on Friday nights, and I run with them Monday nights. But
Okay.
great bunch of guys. Everybody's kind of connected here. This is, I guess, the sister station of Ford Wide Motorsports, I guess they say. So, just happy
We're
to.
the number one station, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
What was it?
Yeah, no. It's a great broadcast. It's a great organization. I just happened to tune in one night, kind of a boring Sunday, and I said, "Hey, what are these guys doing?" And I got reprimanded
ass
to
to the
the
wolves, right?
I got reprimanded to the broadcast booth, and you better get your butt up here because we need you. And, I'm definitely learning. I'm definitely a new broadcaster, so I'm trying to feel out everything I can and make our fans enjoy this more. So I appreciate you guys giving me that opportunity. I'm appreciative of 4Wide Motorsports. You guys are amazing. This is awesome. Leadfoot Racing, guys, thank you so much for bringing me aboard.
There you go. Justin Brooks, by the way, still continuing to lead. And not only that, for that matter, whoa, we got a
Ooh.
caution as he is darting to miss a car that spun. Holy
6
camole.
laps down. Yeah, 6 laps
Was that
down. Chris Norris right there. That was Norris.
Oh,
He came in the pits a few laps ago, and he came out 4 or 5 laps down, and that right there will put him a 6th lap down. I'm curious to see what happened here, Tracy.
Stuff right there for the Wild Ops number 56. That's again Chris Norris putting us under another yellow flag as we'll look at another angle of it. All right. Well, as they try to speed it up, we'll try to figure out what we do here for a restart. It'll be 40 laps to go. And my question is this, Chris Golden, well, Oberg, do they come to the pit lane? Oh, look at this. Wow. Couple of lap down cars took each other out. That's something you don't see every day.
Yeah,
Nelson and Norris. I think that's just frustration.
Man, I don't know. If you run it back just a little bit more there, Tracy, you can see that when Norris came out of the pits, he pulled up straight in front of Nelson. He just came right up there and said, "Hey, I'm going to go in this corner." And when he went in the corner, he went in really, really slowly into turn 3 down here, and Nelson just had a head of steam. And
yeah, now that I look at it, here you go. Yeah. Oh, boy. Nelson ain't backing off. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Nelson knew that Brooks was behind him, about to put him another lap down, and he was trying to get out of Dodge there.
Yeah, so, he was trying to buy all the real estate he could out in front of the leader. You know, when you got the leader bearing down on you, you definitely don't want to give up any time. You want to stay out in front of him, and you start making questionable decisions trying to stay out in front. And that might have been a questionable decision right there.
So to the rear, so to the rear for Norris, to LFRL anger management for Nelson.
Possibly, but Nelson did get one. He did get one of his laps back there. He's only 3 laps down now, so we don't know.
Oh, wow. Understanding the Bryce Nelson's been given a black flag. We go back underway. 39 under 40 to go here. By the way, Lucky Ducks Motorsports green flag racing back out here. Shootout time here at Martinsville. Justin Brooks up in the front spot. Look at Shane Hodges. Here we go. There's another caution. Yellow flag out again. 5th one of the race. 38 to go now.
As we like to say, cautions breed cautions.
Yeah. We actually were doing really, really good on time and going to the finish of this thing, heading to lap number 90. Here's a look at the caution, or the restart. Why we're under caution. All right. Lapinus, Wilson on the inside. There's Brown in the 5. What am I missing here? Oh, there it is. Oh, boy. And was that Norris and Nelson again getting caught up in the accident? Look at this. They were victims this time. Watch this. Oh.
Hard contact for Nelson, that outside wall towards the end of that.
He said, son of the biscuit, I didn't even do anything. Wait a minute. Was that Norris? Watch the 56, guys. What do you think here, Golden?
I definitely think it was Norris, but with all that damage, I got to try to help my buddy out. I got to be honest. It
ain't his fault. If it ain't his fault, he got some good damn acting. That's all I'm going to say.
I guarantee you right now, though, Norris, in this league here, Norris turns into a little bit of a hothead here in this league. Him and these guys don't get along too well. And I guarantee you he's steaming out of his ears right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's short track racing. You got guys that just, you could take the inside lane with a good dive bomb, like a very skilled dive bomb, and take the inside lane against somebody running a little bit higher than you. It's a calculated effort, but sometimes it just don't work out. And if it don't work out, you're gonna piss a lot of guys off on the outside there.
I'm just glad that Lapinus didn't run through Landon there. That's what I was worried about back in the back when I saw them all wandered up. I really thought Landon got rear-ended by Lapinus right there.
All right, let's try to reset this thing here and go for a restart. Heading towards lap 90 completed. Justin Brooks ready to bring the field back to the restart zone. Brooks and Hodges side by side. United Rentals, CRN restart zone. Green flag, Lucky Ducks Motorsports. We're back to it again. 34 laps to go here. Ready to settle this thing here tonight at Martinsville. And how about it, guys? Here we go again. Chris Golden, were you there? I think you were. Was you at the race at what was it? Hickory when Hodges was it? No, I think it was Vegas Bull Ring. I think it was when Hodges beat Justin Brooks a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was the Bull Ring where they came to the line door to door. I'm sorry, it took me a second. To get gathered. I cracked myself up a little bit ago. I can't really see what's going on. I'm kind of blind right now. I laughed too hard.
Oh boy!
But yeah, come. Let's see what Osberg has to say.
Well, yeah.
Oberg, not Osberg. Don't follow the leader. Osberg, Oberg.
You know, they get my name wrong a bunch of times, but Schlier is one of those that I get wrong all the time on the broadcast. So yeah, now you're not laughing too much, but yeah, we're still getting it done here. But there's a lot of good racing left with 30 laps to go. I can't call it, guys. I know Brooks is out in front, but you know we still gotta think about P2.
Landon Brown around. Landon Brown
we got
around.
the 5 around. We got the 5 around, and we've got Lapanis. We've got Nelson, Woodham all around. A big multi-car crash. Here's a replay. 6th blue line, soft watch, caution of the night. Watch it again. Here we go. Woo, Farmer. Brown made a move on Farmer, spun around, and there goes, Nelson again. Well, he can't get a break, can he?
Yeah, wow. Nelson, man, what I think it was, Nelson saw Lapanis coming up behind him, and he was trying to get out of there, but he ended up just taking it right there. And they all got turned and wadded up, and that's going to be a rough one for those guys because I think they might be out of fast repairs.
I gotta agree with you. I don't know who's got fast repairs left and who doesn't, but at this point in the race, most people have just about used them up. Maybe not Brooks, Hodges, Nice. You know, maybe they haven't used them, but most of these. Guys
there's a way to look at each driver and see if they've used their fast repair. Fast repair used 0. Fast repair used
0. Wow. A lot of these guys haven't. That surprises me. That. You know, with as much contact on a short track as you do have, they have been running a very clean race. It's amazing the talent here because they're very clean.
Another yellow flag out again. There it is. There you see it. Where you see everybody's names, you see where it says fast repair used. Now Lapanis has used a fast repair. Now, I'm confused, Tracy. If it says 1, does that mean they used it? Or does if it says 0, that means they used it? So they have 1 means they used it. Okay, so the guys with 0 means they haven't used the fast repair yet. So there's a lot of drivers, Chris Golden, that haven't used them yet.
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's a lot more than I thought. I mean, I figured a few. I guess there's a lot of these guys, if you look there, a lot of them are running around with quite a bit of bumper damage there from 10th on back. We saw that Lapanis just used his. Landon surprisingly did not. Kind of makes me wonder if Farmer did because Farmer, they really got into Farmer, Nelson. There's a lot of guys took some pretty hard contact right there.
And they're coming back to green. Chris Golden, you know what this means, right? Here they come. What is it time to do?
25 to go. Golden Racing. Time to dig, baby. Justin Brooks jumping out front and taking off again. Let's see how short amount of time it takes him to get to a half-second lead over Hodges.
Time to dig. Chris Golden Racing. Golden Racing. Time to dig as always. 100 complete. 25, make it 24 to go. Justin Brooks in the lead. We're single file up in front with Brooks. Hodges, couple of feet separate now. Neeson, Chandler, Farlow, top 5. We're single file now. Oberg as they head your way into turn number 3 and 4.
Well, I'm just watching these guys up front just run a solid lap every lap. It's amazing. But the 15 of Hodges, man, he's not falling back as much as he used to. Brooks has a mirror full of Hodges, and seems to be hanging with him a little bit here.
Brooks in that top spot in the number 33. Under 25 to go. And has anybody got anything for the number 33? That is the question right here. Wow.
Yeah, as soon as I say it, Hodges seems to fall off a little bit, and a little bit of a commentator curse right there. I apologize to Hodges.
Yeah, once we get down to that 25 to go, that's Jay Brooks's time. Like we talked about earlier, he really yo-yos second place up to that point. But when he gets down about 20, 25 to go, he just says, okay, I don't need to save anymore. I'm just going to take off. And that's what we're seeing now is he's opened it up to 5.5, or about a half to 6/10 over Hodges already. And he's probably just going to keep on stepping out unless he thinks he just has to save a little bit more. But I think we're done seeing the Brooks yo-yo for tonight, and he's just going to set sail.
I agree with you, Chris. This kid has done everything he could to save when he had to, and now he's just going to set sail. This is insane. Are you kidding?
Ooh.
There's no pit. There was no.
Wow.
Oh, they had not pitted. Holy
the top three have not pitted. Yeah, top three have not pitted all night. So these guys are still fast on old tires and just leaving everybody. Because if you look, there's a pretty decent size, a 1 second gap between third and fourth, which obviously Chandler and Nice there. Chandler back just over a second. I mean, heck, there's almost a second gap between first and second. And field really getting spread out here towards the end as you're seeing all these different strategies kind of unfold towards the end of this race. Got it. All right. Well, we lost Wesley. He lost power. So I guess I'm going to be taking us to the checkered. That's unfortunate for you guys, but we're going to do the best we can. Definitely got Chandler trying to work over Hodges here. That seems to be where most of our action is right now, as Brooks has set sail over 1 second over Hodges. Nelson,
yeah, I'm sorry, Chris, but I don't see any mistakes that this kid Brooks is going to make. So, it does look like our P2, P3, Hodges, Chandler. That's going to be the race to the finish right there.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, our first real pack racing is back 7th, 8th, and 9th with Farmer, Wilson, and Brown. Brown, Wilson, and Brown. Wilson stuck in a brown sandwich right now.
He definitely is, and you got both Browns there racing it out, and that's our bragging rights right there. You want Landon is in front of Lenny, and that's big bragging rights around the old Thanksgiving table right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Lenny went up the track quite a bit right there. Did you see that?
He did. He went way up there, and Woodham just kind of squeezes on by. He says, okay, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. Goes on by, and Landon just kind of falls in behind Wilson, and they're setting sail in front of those guys. And you got Farmer back there with Lapinas right on his tail. And that pretty much rounds out our running field right now. Brooks out to almost a 1.5 second lead. Yeah, once we hit that 25 to go, he decides, done saving. I'm just going to set sail now. There's nothing else to save for. But Chandler's still right there on Hodges. And just like most of these races, the race is for second tonight as we come to 10 to go here. Chandler looking to make a move on Hodges, but can't quite get the nose in there. As you can see, those front rotors on the 8 car really, really glowing. He's on those brakes hard. So you can see there with Hodges, also on Hodges, both of them on entry are really hard on the brakes. Corner before, Norris down there on the bottom. Brooks going by Norris. Chandler, I I'm waiting for him to get impatient and shove his nose. I really am. I hope he doesn't. But that's what I feel like we're going to about to see in this little battle for second here, unless Chandler
Yeah.
burns his stuff up too soon.
Well, Chris, like I'm gonna say right now, being watching short track racing my whole life, the 15 of Hodges, he's got to protect that bottom line because the 8 is just he's biting at the chomp, either at a bump and run where he pushes the 15 up, or the 15 misses a braking zone where he runs up the track and the 8's able to get under him. So this is multiple things could happen here, and it could change your P2 and 3 contenders right here.
Oh, absolutely. I think so. And what I think the key to Chandler getting past Hodges, most people use Martinsville to try to outbrake people on entry. But I think in the position that Chandler's in, he should actually, this is just me talking, what I would do, back that corner up a little and move his entry up half a lane. And he may be able to get on the throttle a little faster than Hodges and be able to pull him out of the corner and get alongside down the straightaway. But he's gonna have to go against everything that our brain tells us as drivers to try to outbrake guys into the corners. You're gonna have to back that corner up and give up that entry to gain that exit. It's really, really helps you a lot. But at the same time, your brain's screaming at you, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, and you just saw the 8 just get dangerously close to the 15 there as the braking points were a little off, and the 8 must, may have lost a second, 0.12 of a second right there. But he'll have to gather it back up. He's only got 3 seconds left to set this up. 3 laps to set this up. This is the race for P2 and P3. No telling what's going to happen. A bump and run is my guess.
I think so too, Charles. I think you're 100% right on that. I think that's what it's going to come down to is a little bit of movement. If Chandler could get the car to rotate a little better into the center, and we are at 1 to go here by Tiltify. 1 to go. Brooks is going to take this one, barring something catastrophic. He's out to a 1.6 second lead, but we're watching this battle for second right here between Hodges and Chandler. Brooks comes across Chandler up to the bumper. Couldn't bring himself to do it. Hodges second, Chandler third. That's going to put Nice fourth, Farlow, Luttrell, Wilson, the Brown and Brown Show, Woodham, Lapanis, and Farmer are going to be your running order with Nelson and Norris, 3 laps and 6 laps down, respectively. 93 and 31 here with little extracurriculars. Not sure what happened there, but I'm curious to find out. Oh, 93 around.
Whoa.
That's going to be a little bit of a vacation.
What's going on there?
I think that's going to be a vacation from the Leadfoot Racing League, if I understand our rules correctly. Might be a vacation, but it'll be determined. I'm sure there's going to be lots of talk in the group chat that I'm looking forward to looking at later.
Absolutely. We love the group chat after these races, and unfortunately, we can't broadcast that stuff because it does get a little intense for broadcasting ears and eyes. But what a great finish there. Brooks, God, nobody's going to catch him. And Hodges and Chandler showed restraint there. Thought better of pushing Hodges and said, P3 is good enough for me.
For sure, man. I mean, it's a good, clean race. It's one of those deals that's going to come back, and it's going to one of these days. Hodges is going to be behind him, and remember that, and give him a little bit room as well. There's a lot of give and take in this league, as well as racing in general. But let's run down our finishing order real quick here, and then we're going to take a break and bring our top 3 drivers in here for interviews. So we're looking at, again, wondering when they're going to make this guy start a lap down, or start in the pits, or start in the parking lot, or the track before, who knows. But Justin Brooks takes the win. Shane Hodges second, Cameron Chandler third, Aiden Neese fourth, Joel Farlow, big step up from 9th to 5th, Stephen Luttrell 6th, Cole Wilson starts right where he finishes in 7th, Landon Brown, big mover from 11th to 8th, Lenny Brown 13th to 9th, Jason Woodham falls down a little bit from 5th to 10th. Oberg, if you'll take the last few there.
Yeah, so Travis Lumpus La Penis. He started 14th. He finished 11th. London Fraser started 10th, finished 12th. Bryce Nielsen started 6th, fell back to 13th, and Chris Norris, Mr. Chris Norris, finished 12th, and was started 12th and fell back to 14th.
Heck yeah, pretty good race for most of these guys. There's going to be a few that are really disappointed with this run, but we will be back here in just a second. We're going to take a moment to get our drivers in here and get them interviewed for this thing. But we will be right back on Leadfoot TV.
Tar. Eastern Technical Design Incorporated provides design and drafting services for commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Services include architectural renderings, preliminary plan design, as well as final construction drawings. These drawings include all the necessary structural, building, plumbing, and mechanical electrical plans as required to produce and deliver a finished building and/or structure. This company is proudly owned by LFRL's Tracy Brown. Eastern Technical Design. Contact them today at 252-245-1599 or email them at easterntechnicaldesign@gmail.com. Commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Eastern Technical Design is the perfect plan for your building needs.
Would you like a sport of tea and some crumpets? Blue Line Soft Wash is a veteran-owned and operated company dedicated to bringing integrity and precision to exterior cleaning. Founded by a retired law enforcement officer, and we proudly back the men in blue. Blue Line Soft Wash upholds the values of service, commitment, and attention to detail in every job. Trust Blue Line Soft Wash to protect and enhance your property with the same dedication they once gave to protecting our community. Protect and serve. Protect your car with Blue Line Soft Wash today.
Charles Oberg here with our third place winner, Cameron Chandler. We'd like to get you a point of view of what the race looked like tonight. I know Martinsville's a really tough track. It's a long straightaway and kind of a short track feel to it. So, how do you think the race went tonight, Cameron?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty good, honestly. I thought going into it, we would have a caution about every 5 laps, and we got quite a few long runs and led some laps there too at the beginning of the race. So that was pretty cool, and um, yeah, just a solid day.
Yeah, you seem very fast out there. You seem very patient out there. Like kind of had to buy your time on certain things, but this is your time to shine here, and congratulations on third place. Uh, who would you like to thank? I hand over the mic to you, man. You've earned this.
Yeah, thanks to you guys for this league and all the broadcasting. It's definitely one of the better things I've seen in all of iRacing. All of the guys in the field, Justin Hodges, Nice, uh, everyone else that runs up front. Cole Wilson's my teammate. Lucas Kim for the team. He doesn't really do anything, but he puts his name on the team. So, um, yeah, thanks to all the guys. I don't really know who I'm thinking, but just thank you to you guys.
Hey, man. Yeah, we appreciate you, and we appreciate a hard fought third place, man. You made it look good. I'm going to turn it over to our producer Tracy Brown to introduce our next interviewer. Tracy, who do you got?
Well, I am going to try. I'm not sure if my mic's going to hold out or not, but we're going to see if we can get a word in with Shane Hodges. Have you got me there, Shane?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, hopefully my mic doesn't mess up. It's been coming in and out tonight. So if it does, I'll just get one of these other guys to take over for me. Well, how do you sum up the way that your race went tonight?
It was, it was a good race, all in all. But there was a bunch of mistakes that I made. That was on my part where I almost turned Bryce and I pulled a Tristan McKee almost, and I had to let out of it and turn back up the hill.
I got you. Well, you were fast all night for sure. Uh, I noticed a couple of times there you were able to kind of put a number of laps together and kind of close into Justin. Do you think you had anything for him at all?
I thought I did at one point, and then I guess I tried too hard. Well, pushed the car a little bit too much than what it could have taken, and I burnt the right rear up more than I thought it would. Well, than what I wanted to, and I was just trying to hang on for those last few laps.
I got you, man. Well, you looked really fast out there, and we were all kind of no offense to Justin Brooks. I know he's listening. But we were hoping you could kind of get up there and maybe rattle his cage a little bit, is what they used to say, or Dale Earnhardt said anyway. And so we were hoping to have a little bit of action there, but I think what we might end up having to do is kind of get Justin to maybe start outside the racetrack, and then we'll hide his car and then drop the green flag and see if we can slow him down that way. But anyway, you certainly had a good run tonight. You finished second. You got to be proud of that. Have you got anyone you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, Ryko Performance, Aftershock Setup Solutions, Hodges Sim Shots, and Justin Brooks Designs.
All righty. Well, 10-4. Appreciate you running with us there, Shane. And look forward to seeing you next week, buddy. Congratulations on your second place finish again.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Golden, have you got somebody standing by with you there, buddy?
I sure do. I am here with Justin Brooks, and this is not going to be a conventional interview because, for lack of a better term, what the hell can we do to stop you, man?
I mean, I don't know. You put a gorilla in my room while I'm trying to race or something, or I don't know, maybe start 25 laps down or something. I don't know. No, I'm just messing, but I don't know. I have my work cut out for me starting in the back, but just gotta be methodical and try to hit my marks and take advantage of every position I can whenever the opportunity arises. And Had a fast car, was really fast in practice, messed up qualifying, still got poled by a good bit, and I knew that I had a pretty good shot of coming through the field as long as I kept my tires up under me, and I was doing a pretty good job anytime I got to someone of slowing the car down, letting it roll, and getting a straight run off while they push up by the wall, and it made it pretty easy to pass people. So that definitely helped out, and just getting out front and trying to set a pace and run that pace and not kill the tires, because I had a feeling that I wasn't going to go down pit road, and the tires felt fine when we have restarts. I was running fast laps of the race every time we had a restart on my original tires, so I knew my bed was made when it came to that, and just tried to buy my time, like I said, save my stuff, and then go a little bit at the end, but save a little bit just in case of a yellow.
Man, well, I guess next week we're gonna have you. You got to run your first lap on foot before you get in the car, and then after that, who knows? But dadgummit, man, we were sitting there watching the race, and I even said on the broadcast, "You are a team owner and driver's dream, but you are going to put the fans to sleep because you're too damn perfect." I mean, every lap is exactly the same, and it is the most boring thing to watch on the planet. But dadgummit, from a driver perspective, it sure is beautiful.
I mean, I'll take that with a grain of salt. The funny thing is that everybody said the same about the guy spot for, because he won every race he ran this year except the last one because they got a crappy set of tires. But every other race he won, and everybody protested him, talked crap, said that he was stinking up the field, doing this, that, and the other. But everybody came out to see who could actually beat him. And like I said, he got beat because of tires, but he still got beat. So I mean, there was a lot of people that showed up for that. But I don't know. I mean, hopefully the fans don't get too tired of. I mean, I like winning. I mean, I like racing. I'm starting in the back. I'm not having it too easy, you know.
Right. Well, heck, man, I sure had fun racing with you for a lap and a half last week, as long as I could hang. Um, but yeah, man, who do you want to thank? I mean, heck, we've almost got them memorized by now, but throw them out there again.
I'm gonna do the same old. Thank the league for all they do. Thank people watching tonight. You guys for an incredible job you do each and every week. It's fun to talk to you guys. Want to thank JustinBrooksDesigns.com, Lot There Deer Processing, Crow Sim Shots, Hodges Sim Shots, Levi Photography. Pretty much all the people that makes it happen.
Heck yeah, buddy. Well, it was awesome from a driver perspective to watch another one, and I guess we'll see you next week. Go do it again.
Yeah, wherever track we're at, I'm down. I mean, I'll have some fun doing it. Hopefully, I don't get tore up. My luck, I may end up getting tore up one of these races starting the back, but hey, it is what it is.
Hey, for sure, man. Tracy, what do you got for us before we sign off here?
Well, I got a little insider information for Justin there, just to let you know. I think it's been decided we're going to go to Kern County Speedway out in California next week. So
that'll be a good one.
Yeah, you need to load up the hauler. Start headed there already. Good little trip. So
yeah, that's a good little drive.
Congratulations again, Mr. Brooks.
Thank you, buddy.
And no, man, look, in all seriousness, everybody out here is gunning for you. I think even some of the broadcasters would like to see you have a little bit more difficult time winning, maybe, but you're always welcome here, man. Nobody here is think you're doing anything underhanded, or you know. We tease you a little bit about stinking up the show, but you're not. I just think I've never gotten slower by racing with somebody faster than me. And so hopefully one day I'll be able to get back out here with you and let you put me a lap down like old times. How about that?
God, come on. I have more confidence in yourself. Have more confidence.
Oh, I got plenty of confidence. But my confidence against your skill, yeah, I'll go a lap down proudly, man. So,
Jesus Christ.
Well, anyway, to my producer guys here, or broadcaster guys, we've got one last thing to finish up, and I don't know where to start. I've been looking at the race the whole night, and we got the yes sir moment of the race, sponsored by Tar River Environmental. Do y'all have any nominees?
Lap early. It was an early lap. This I think you'll know which one I'm talking about. The save when they came out of turn. I want to say it was turn 4. That save when Nice bounced off the wall into Hodges, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. What lap was that? That was early in the race. No.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very early on, and of course, you know, didn't get any kind of alert here on my software, so we'd probably have to go back and, watch it on YouTube. But I'll give you that. All I saw was an orange blur going sideways down the straightaway. Not exactly what you'd like to do for optimal lap times, but it was one hell of a save and put some driving skill on display for sure. So
Yep.
I
I
guess
think that's it.
that's all I've got, guys. Y'all got any final words before we sign off?
You
No,
got anything there, Charles?
Yeah, I mean, once again, a league that has a lot of drivers and a lot of guys that really want to prove themselves week in and week out, and they do it all for the fans. They do it all for you guys. So if you're watching tonight on YouTube, make sure you give us a like. Hit that like button. It really helps, and share with your friends, man. Bring more guys in and on a Sunday night, and a watch room or a watch party is really fun in these races. You never know what's going to happen.
Hey,
Couldn't have said it better myself.
yeah, I just want to chime in here. Also, there will be a link in our YouTube broadcast tonight that'll take anyone who's interested. There's a link there that will link back to our Discord channel. And just so that everyone knows, I had to do a full body scan before they would allow that link to be clickable. And I got the approval on my phone here mid-race. So it should be working now. So just want
You
to
liked
throw
it.
that out.
You liked it.
Absolutely. Anyway, I just would like to say or apologize or wish Wesley luck. He sent me a text message saying he had lost power. We've had a really strong windy day around here in North Carolina, and so I would imagine there's probably a tree across the power line somewhere. It took him out with 20 laps to go or so. But luckily, we got two skilled broadcasters up here that were able to fill right in, take us to the end, and without any problems at all. So even though it's pretty much official now, heard just before the race, we'll be headed to Kern County Speedway next week. And until then, for my broadcaster partners here, Chris Golden, Charles Oberg, I'm Tracy Brown, saying thank you everyone, and we'll catch you next week.